very big day in Pierre as the capital city get ready to host a first-of-its-kind air show at the regional airport. Our Brian Allen is there and has live coverage for us here at 4 o'clock. Hey, Brian.
Hello there, Sam. It's a situation where it's kind of like being a kid in a candy store. Look at just some of the airplanes that are in this hangar at Mustang Aviation at the Pierre Regional Airport in Pierre. This is just a brief sampling of some of the airplanes that you'll be seeing this weekend in two performances, one tomorrow and then the second one on Sunday. We're going to bring Greg Gibson into the conversation here. He's the Public Affairs Director with the Let Freedom Fly International Air Show. This is amazing.
It's something else. It's a coming together of a community that is so storied for so many great things here in South Dakota, but to have an air show here in Pierre for the very first time is just something really special.
You said something to me before we got going here that really stopped and made me think that most people, when they think of an airport, just think of travel and that's it. But it ends up being more, it can end up being more for a community.
Well, absolutely. And people do think A to B when they're going places, and travel is the fastest way to get where you're going. But they also, maybe not realize, how much that the packages they get rely on the airport, or, some of the medical supplies that come in and help the hospital, in timely responses to surgical operations and things of that nature. So there's just a lot of different things that we want people to appreciate about the airport, and the air show is just one way to help get that done.
I'm going to run some video right now over our interview of some of the practice runs that pilots were able to get in earlier today. This is an entirely volunteer-run operation, this air show here in Pierre. You told me that you thought it's one of the most cohesive operations you've ever seen. Why would that be?
Well, these people know each other, so some of these relationships go back, many years. And of course, with Mustang Aviation here and Jim Pites, and of course his family being integral and central to this event, that local knowledge, if you will, institutional knowledge of how the different factors that we need in order to come together between law enforcement and emergency services, of course, facilities like you see here in the hangar. Everyone having that knowledge and that community just makes it all that much more special, and it made it more cohesive. They know each other well, so there's not a learning curve there.
Some of the airplanes that are going to be on display here this weekend, and also people will be able to see them in the skies here, they are very impressive. I mean, a lot of these are over 80 years old. They were fighters that were used in World War II. How do you go about finding where these airplanes are and then getting the folks to bring them here?
Well, again, it goes back to that's the extended community, because the aviation community is a family, and a lot of these are our friends. We see them all over the country at different air shows around, around the United States, and sometimes even into Canada. So we have those relationships. We know these folks, and the Dakota Territory Air Museum is responsible for a lot of the World War II aircraft that you see here this weekend. They're great friends with Warren Peach, and his family are part of that. Kent Peach is flying here in his Jelly Belly aircraft that he's flown around. It's a Taylor craft's been flying around the country for years and years. So it's, hey, we're having an air show in Pierre. Would you guys like to come? Let's put it all together and turn out a really good product. So again, it's just a gathering of friends and kind of a big class reunion.
That really is something. Greg Gibson, the Public Affairs Director for the Let Freedom Fly International Air Show. That's going to be taking place in Pierre this weekend. Thanks for the time, Greg. Sure do appreciate you.
Thanks for coming out.
You bet. We'll have continuing coverage on Dakota News Now at 5. There's a Pierre man that has been wanting to put this air show on for a very long time. He almost got it done in 2020. The pandemic had other ideas, but now it's getting new life this year, this weekend. That story coming up at 5 o'clock. But for now, reporting from Pierre with photojournalist Troy Timmerman, I'm Brian Allen, Dakota News Now.